Thank you, Catherine. Well, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was a show that changed the way many of us think about emotional intelligence and finding fulfillment. Eric Rittmeyer joins me on the phone now to speak about lessons we can learn from Fred Rogers and apply them right now. You have a military background, so you know a thing or two about mental toughness. Thanks for being here with us today.
Hey, and I have 2 teenage daughters, Rebecca, so I'm overly qualified for this.
I understand, 100%. So, Eric, a lot of us are trying to make sense of all this uncertainty, some of the open-endedness of some of these stay-at-home orders. How do we kind of stay positive right now?
Yeah, it's difficult, Rebecca, and I think the key is to really kind of define what we're being asked to do. And it's, you know, we're being asked to basically suppress this innate thing that we have, which is connection. I mean, we're made to connect with people, and we're being told, hey, stay at home, don't do that. It's difficult for people, and especially because not everybody went into this on the same level of mental preparedness. Some people went into this already suffering from seclusion and isolation and loneliness, so we have to be very hypersensitive to them, and especially our kids. This is a scary time for them.
Well, tell us, Eric, about emotional intelligence. What is that exactly, and how can it help to have that right now?
Yeah, we all need this, Rebecca, and that's why I'm so infatuated with Mr. Rogers. I mean, he was just so far ahead of his time. I mean, I grew up with him. I grew up watching him. He was just so insanely, I mean, his ability to connect and to show empathy and respect and kindness and love, we just don't see that anymore. I mean, he was just so far advanced. Emotional intelligence is all about understanding our emotions and understanding the impact they have on other people. A lot of us don't really understand how that really does affect others, and our kids especially, they just don't receive any type of education on this at school.
Well, you know, Mr. Rogers, he really, to me, just emanates goodness, purity, charity. I feel like that's something you can't really fake when it comes to him.
You can, and the great thing about emotional intelligence is we can all improve it. It's not like IQ. You know, IQ you're born with. You're either smart or not smart. I'm a self-proclaimed not smart person. I'm just not smart. But EQ, you can learn more about emotions and self-awareness and self-regulation and social skill. We can all learn that, and just the issue is we're not being taught it anywhere. So we're growing up, and our kids especially are in this age of social media as opposed to social interaction. They're not being taught basic social skills.
And speaking of which, Eric, I mean, there's a lot of hatred out there, really, a lot of Twitter trolls, a lot of social media garbage. How do we filter this out? Is it important to set up boundaries with all this?
Yeah, that's what's so upsetting to me, Rebecca. I mean, we're just in this outrage culture right now where everybody automatically assumes the worst intentions in people. I'm really hoping, you know, everybody asks me about silver linings for what comes out of this pandemic. I'm really hoping at the end of the day this can get us back to the core of, hey, we're all the same. Humans are hardwired all exactly the same. We're just different variations of the same core psychological blueprint. We all need love. We all need kindness. We all need caring. I'm hoping to take us back to that where we can just love our neighbors again.
Thank you, Eric. We really, really appreciate this useful information joining us today. And we'll have more information on how you can get onto his website and get some more information if you're interested at fox19now.com.